Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're doing a quick but I think really potent analysis of a book a lot of us know. Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist.
It's one of those books that feels like it's always been around.
Exactly. And our mission today is to sort of distill what makes this simple story such a go-to for, anyone looking for a bit of motivation.
Well, it really operates more like a parable than just a novel. It's about a young shepherd from Spain, Santiago, who has this recurring dream about treasure at the Egyptian pyramids.
And he just goes.
He just goes. And that's why it hits so hard for anyone who's, feeling a little lost or stuck. It gives you permission to follow a sign.
Which brings us to the core concept, right? This idea of a personal legend.
That's the philosophical hook.
It's not just a vague follow your dreams thing, though.
Yeah.
The book makes a very specific promise.
It does, and that's the most famous quote from it. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it.
Okay, but what does that actually mean? How does it conspire?
Well, Coelho gives us these mechanisms, things like omen signs to guide you, and more importantly, the principle of favorability.
Which is beginner's luck.
Basically, yeah. The idea is that the universe gives you a quick, early win to show you're on the right path and to, build your faith for the harder parts to come.
Ah, so like a philosophical contract. You take the first step, and the universe shows you a sign.
Exactly. And speaking of guidance, Santiago meets these critical mentors along the way.
Right, the king of Salem, the crystal merchant. They're not just random characters.
Not at all. They each serve a purpose. The king is the one who really establishes the whole idea of the personal legend. He gives Santiago the push he needs to start.
But the crystal merchant, he's almost the opposite, isn't he? He's a warning.
He's the cautionary tale, absolutely. Here's a guy who had his own dream to go to Mecca, but he got comfortable, he got afraid. He shows Santiago what happens when you let fear win.
So that's the big question then. If the universe is conspiring to help, why do so many people, like the merchant, just stop?
Because the conspiracy isn't a safety net. It's an opportunity. And the journey forces you to look inward. The real lesson is about listening to your heart, your intuition.
So the external treasure is just a plot device.
It's the catalyst. The whole point of the external search is to get you to realize the real treasure is, inside. It's about discovering your own purpose.
And it's definitely not an easy journey. I mean, Santiago gets robbed almost as soon as he arrives in Africa. He has to work for a whole year just to get back on his feet.
Right, and that's so important. The growth comes from the friction, the fear, the failure. That's what forges you into the person who's actually capable of achieving their legend. The struggle is the point.
Now, we should pause for a second because the book does have its critics.
Oh, for sure.
Some people find the philosophy a little unrealistic, and the story itself very simple. It's not exactly complex literary fiction.
And that's a totally fair point. But you have to feel like that's a deliberate choice. Its strength is its simplicity. It's written in this accessible, almost fable-like language because it's meant for immediate impact. It's not trying to be a complex novel. It's trying to be a spark.
A spark to kickstart your own journey.
Exactly.
So when we wrap this all up, the ultimate lesson of The Alchemist seems to be that the journey, the learning, the challenges is just as valuable, if not more so, than the destination itself.
I think that's it. And that leaves you, the listener, with a really practical question. If the universe really does provide that little bit of beginner's luck, that principle of favorability to get you started, what's that one small action or choice you're holding back from right now, simply because you're afraid of the uncomfortable journey that you know has to follow? What's that first step you could take today?